What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Tie One On. This is the regular edition that I do to go over all the baits I got tied on for the upcoming tournament. And this month's tournament that I'll be fishing is actually tomorrow, is the Redwood Empire Bass Club first annual Spring Open tournament. Last week we had a regular club tournament, and then this Saturday we're having a new open tournament. We also do an open tournament the first weekend of December. So if you missed this one, come check us out in December. So just kind of going through all my baits, getting kind of re-rigged, ready to go for tomorrow. Fishing with my friend Derek for tomorrow. Him and I have never actually fished together, but we've known each other for a long time. But anyways, really quick, go over the lake level. It's come up about 7 feet just in the last week alone, since last Saturday. So it's actually kind of came up in peak with the last rainfall, and it's actually dropped about a foot in the last 24 hours or so, because it seems like they're letting more water out just so it doesn't flood the marina. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects the lake with the higher flow outflow from the dam. Maybe I'll pull more current and get those fish active. We've had some good weather the last couple of days. It's been fairly warm, especially today. It's been very warm, although tomorrow's supposed to be cloudy, and then we got another front coming in on Sunday. So like I said, fluctuating water level. It's been going up, and all of a sudden it starts to come down. So who knows what those fish will be doing. My theory is that those fish were still sitting where they were, a week or two ago. Although the water came up really quick, they're not going to acclimate to that higher water level right away. And so now that it's come down a little bit, they're probably just going to maybe just slide up a bit. All depends on the water temperature. It was 52, 53, I think, last week. So we'll see what happens with this warmer weather, how that will affect the bite. Also, as far as lake conditions go, the Yorty Creek boat ramp parking lot flooded this week. The road coming into the parking lot was flooded, so that's how much the water has come up just in the last week. When we were there on Saturday, just the lower corner of the parking lot and that northwest corner was underwater a little bit, but not much. But just in the last week, that entire parking lot's flooded. So that just kind of shows you how much water is in the lake. This week, I'm just kind of chilling out here, having a big chicken from Henhouse Brewing Company. This is a 2023 big chicken, my last one for the year. Have to drink that before it expires. So anyways, let's kind of get into my baits. I'm kind of paring down a few things that I had from last week and just kind of making some adjustments. I'll start off with the reaction baits. On my crankbait rod, I got just a standard old speed trap square bill. These will go down 6 to 8 feet. They have 12-pound line on here, so it should get down fairly deep. This was a staple at Lake Sonoma for a long time. You could not go wrong throwing a speed trap up there. You can burn that bait, and it gets down fairly deep for a square bill. Next bait. Instead of going with 2 Texas rigs this week, I am going to switch over to a chatterbait. This is the jackhammer chatterbait, just your standard 1/2 ounce jackhammer. Here's a backup bait. This is what it looks like. Your jackhammer. I also have another one. This is the Brett Height Delight, I think, color. It's got a little chartreuse on it as a backup. And this one I'm having pairing up with the Beast Coast trailer, similar to the Yamamoto Zaco. That's what this one is. Green pumpkin color to match the chatterbait. But the Beast Coast has a lot of different smell. It's like really pungent. About the same size as a Zaco, a little bit more durable. So we'll give those a try. I have that paired up on my Dobbins 735 with a 15-pound test, and my Daiwa Tatula reel in a 150 series or 100 series. Really good reel, really good rod setup, good for jigs as well. So the jackhammer there. And let's see here. Next on the reaction bait is just a spinner bait. This is a Stanley spinner bait, big blade, big gold blade. It's got that long skirt on it. I actually got bit on this bait last weekend at the end of the day, and I missed that fish. So as a adjustment, I'm putting on a trailer hook. You can see that right there. If you can see that little trailer hook. These are the VMC trailer hooks. They come with a little piece of tubing on there. Makes it really easy to get those baits on there. With that long trailer, you don't need anything else on there. I think with a trailer hook, if I had a trailer hook on last week, I think I would have caught that fish. So that's the adjustment for this week on that bait. Moving on to my Texas rig, just a single Texas rig this week. I'm going to stick with the Yamamoto Mermaid. This bait, it's got a little chartreuse on the bottom, and then I put some chartreuse on the tails. And Woo Tungsten weight with a bead and a bobber stop as well. Throwing this on my Dobbins 734. This is Sierra Series 734 with a Daiwa TWSV reel. Very smooth, very great reel for casting. Again, adjustment from last week. Last week I had a 733 rod with a different reel, and I just grabbed the wrong rod. I think I needed a 734 for those Texas rigs. Moving on to my jig rod. This is my Dobbins Champion HP 795 flip rod, and just a June bug jig on there, Mr. B jig. So can't go wrong with a jig. I got a bunch of extra backup jigs as well. All right, and then finally, same spinner rod. This is my my G Loomis IMX Pro rod that I use for shaky heads. I'm switching to a tungsten. This is a Woo Tungsten shaky head with the robo worm in the bold bluegill color. Got a little chartreuse, a little brown on there. I got a little black line. So 1/4 ounce tungsten head on the shaky head, and of course the Daiwa Tatula spinning reel on that one. So that's my 6 rods. Again, paring down some of my tackle, trying to lighten the load a little bit. I think I had too much stuff last week. Again, I got a couple extra spools of Seaguar line. Got some backup jigs. Got the black and red like I did last week. Spinner baits, again, some different colors. White on white, black and red. The Mr. B. This is my favorite color. If you follow the channel, you've probably seen me throwing this last year a lot. The Mr. B spinner bait. This has caught me a lot of fish. And just some other fire tracker colors and etc. for that. Changing up some of my crankbaits, kind of going with some other medium lake diving crankbaits as well. And yeah, just trying to keep it simple once again. Be fishing on the back of the boat, so I got to get everything in the one simple tackle box. So that's the lineup for tomorrow. Hopefully the bite is turning on. Again, the water temperature needs to get up. As far as all my plastics, I always use the Liquid Mayhem attractant on all my baits when I'm throwing plastics. This stuff really works. It stays on the bait really well, and I've had really good success with this stuff over the last couple of years. So highly recommend the Liquid Mayhem as well. And then you can't go wrong with a couple of color pens, the chartreuse, and I got a red to add a little color to those baits as well. So that's kind of about it for all the stuff I have. Stay tuned. I'll have more video coming up as far as the tournament tomorrow, and we'll do a tournament wrap up after that. And then next weekend, one more tournament at Lake Sonoma, which is the Andre's birthday tournament. First time I'll be fishing that one, so hopefully I can learn something tomorrow, and I can apply it the next week and do well. I think I'm going to fish with my son Andrew on that tournament. We'll see how that goes. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch y'all next time.